Hello, my friends. In today's lesson, we are going to be doing a short meditation practice. This meditation practice is something that we do at the beginning of our yoga practice in order to remove distractions and come more present fully to the moment. So it's actually a way to train your brain to be able to focus more deeply and to be more mindful of what it is that is present to you at every moment. And this can reduce stress, and it can also make your life, just your everyday life, much more pleasurable and enjoyable. So, welcome. We're going to start seated. You could sit seated on the floor, cross legged, on a cushion perhaps, or you can sit on a chair. If you're sitting on a chair, you want to make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight and your feet are on the ground. So, a hard desk chair, like the one I'm sitting on, is a good chair to use. We're going to either close our eyes or come into a soft gaze, maybe just with your eyes half closed, so that you can take in the whole scene in peripheral. That's what we call our soft gaze and your peripheral vision. We're going to focus on the breath in this particular meditation. And the reason why we do that is that this is just an easy way to begin to pay attention to a sensation, a single sensation in your body. However, any other types of sensations could also be used. The breath is just one that is always present, and it always begins again. And it always, with the inhalation, it begins, and with the exhalation. And there's a space between the inhalation and the exhalation, which is a space that could be filled with thoughts, or it could be a space that we could focus on and notice if our mind can be become more expansive and more free of just the constant voices and chatter that we have going on in our minds. So we're going to start breathing. You could take a couple of deep breaths to begin with, and then just fall into a normal breath pattern for you. So it could be a very deep breath, it could be a shallow breath, could be somewhere in between. And notice where in your body do you feel the breath. To begin with, you want to pick a particular location to focus on that sensation of the breath. So it could be, for example, the tip of the nose where you feel the inhale and the exhale of the air as you breathe in and out. It could be the rise and the fall of your breath in terms of the movement in your chest or in your belly. So we're going to focus in and become more intimate with the details of that particular sensation. And notice where your mind happens to be when you first encounter my voice. Focusing on the breath, we might find that my voice interrupts a thought, either language or a visual thought, like a picture. And then, without any judgment, bring your focus, your focused attention and awareness back to the breath. You could focus on the sensation of the beginning of your inhalation and then the beginning of your exhalation. Likewise, you could focus on the space between the exhalation of one breath, the pause, and the inhalation of another breath. The space between breaths. Notice how the breath, each breath arises, has its moment, and then disappears. This is the same and true for our thoughts that arise in one moment and then disappear in the next. Taking the moment to notice if there are spaces between your thoughts as you focus on the breath. If you're experiencing any discomfort by sitting in stillness, momentarily bring your awareness to that sensation. Feel deeply into it, becoming intimate with our discomfort, keeping the breath flowing. And then bringing your awareness back to only the breath. These last few breaths, see if you can focus even more deeply and intently on that sensation of the breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Take a deep breath in if you like, And then just notice how you feel now as opposed to maybe before we did the meditation. Hopefully, you feel a little bit calmer, a little more focused, a little bit more powerful, perhaps, in your ability to go out and into the world and to do your very best. So remember that meditation is a practice, and it just like when we train our body, we need to be able to train our mind to keep it healthy, so that we're not always constantly churning away at thoughts mindlessly, but becoming more mindful of where we choose to bring our attention to. And that can make a huge difference in your everyday life. Namaste.